Two families, one in the wealthiest 10%,
My sons don't have any idea of the value of money.
the other caught in the poverty trap.
We are in debt for almost everything.
For a week, they'll be sampling life at the opposite end of Britain's wealth divide.
Oh, blimey, look at all that damp.
The families have already swapped homes and budgets.
They're miracle workers if they can survive on that.
1,300.
It is a lot of money.
A country mansion, a pool. How does anybody become this rich? This is what Sasha's been waiting for. He's about to discover how Rob makes his money.
Hello, welcome to Sunningdale Manor. Hello.
They're meeting Emma, chief housekeeper at one of Rob's other properties that make up his events business.
We're living at the Woodstock Manor.
So that's Rob's house.
Rob has got a family?
Yeah, he's got 2 sons and a wife, and they run this business.
What is this business, Emma?
Basically, we have people that come in with their companies for corporate events. We can cater for them. Sometimes we have hen parties.
Oh.
We have weddings. Weddings, they can cost anything from 20,000 up to 50,000.
Really? Just for the weekend?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
But what exactly does Rob do?
Rob is the main man. He has to sort out his staff, the guests, and if there's a problem, he sorts it out. He helps make the beds when he needs to.
Very busy man.
Yeah.
It was a bit of an eye-opener, I must say. I was quite surprised to find out that Rob works as hard as he does.
It's like he's here 24/7. He does everything. He's just like an all-round. I was very shocked. I thought that people with money, all they do is they employ a manager to oversee things, and then they stay at home with their children and enjoy life.
Maybe I imagine him sitting in a big fancy office.
Sasha's learned that hard work and even mucking in with the staff are all part of Rob's success story. He's got plenty to think about.
Oh, what a day.
What a day.
Back in Salisbury, Rob and the boys are waiting for a guest to arrive. Jess works on the buses with media. It's a chance to find out more about their host family.
Hello.
Hi, I'm Jess.
Come in.
Thank you very much. Hello, Robert.
Welcome to our home.
So how long have you known Midia?
I've known her for about 4 years.
What's she like?
Nice woman. She absolutely dotes on her kids. Works far too hard, but she is the main breadwinner of the family.
I don't think I've ever come across a female bus driver before. Working nights, do you feel safe? Do you get threatened by all the louts coming out the pubs?
Midia has a few times, mainly because she's black. They just throw all sorts of racial abuse at her.
Oh, it's disgusting, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But what would someone like you or Midia earn?
£11 an hour. It's not great. The hours that she puts in, it ranges from 10 hours up to...
It's going to make me cry. I'm actually working for £11 an hour, getting all that abuse.
When I heard that Midia was doing all these hours and she was getting paid very little for it, it made me feel sorry for her.
You know, boys, it sounds to me that Midia deserves a medal. Tell me more about her husband. What does he do?
He is unemployed at the moment.
Because he doesn't earn any money. What does he do? Is he a sort of like eccentric inventor or...?
I'm not 100% sure. Sasha used to do lorry driving.
If I didn't have any money and my wife was working all hours of the day and night, I would cut lawns, wash cars, wash windows. There's always work for somebody to do something somewhere. So he's a bit of a man of mystery to you, is he?
At the moment, yeah.
Midia is in a catch-22 situation. She's stuck in a rut here, and unless the husband does something and joins in, she's not going to move forward.
Back at Woodstock Manor, time has run out.
Hello. Hi.
Guests Tim and Jock have been friends with Rob for almost 40 years. The Robinsons have plenty of questions to ask them.
How you doing? Hey, welcome to dinner.
Hey, how you doing?
All right. Hi, everybody.
Hello, guys.
Go for the biggest one.
Despite some disasters, the meals turned out fine.
Have you known Rob long?
When he joined Alwyn's Orange Rugby Club,
Okay.
he was a 17, 18-year-old. When I was a more senior player, so we had to look after the youngsters.
So I met Bob at Windsor Castle pub one day. While I was at university, I was trying to save up for a power chair, and Bob came out and just said, look, I'll sort that out for you. It was fantastic.
It's not long before the conversation gets round to Rob's humble beginnings.
And a lot of his, business, he started out really tiny and small, because he was in a caravan, wasn't he?
He started off in a caravan.
Yeah, he left home really early. I presume you know he was adopted.
I didn't know that.
And he left home fairly early. He started selling cars, and that was the beginning. He never went to university, never went to college.
Oh, wow. I've just wasted about 20 years, Joe. I'm trying to get myself a master's degree, and now you tell me I don't need it.
Media's had a very tough year supporting Sasha through university. It isn't easy learning that Rob has no education.
I was surprised to learn that Rob is not a very educated man like I thought, but then he's making it in business. As long as you've got the right frame of mind, you can actually make it without an education.
Does he still have the garage? Does he still sell cars?
No. 3-4 years ago, he decided to get into this corporate sort of eventing. He knows how to make people happy, I guess, and they love it.
Now, I'll never say education is bad, but just to hear that success story backed purely by energy and vision, that was really fascinating.
Getting to know more about Rob has given Sasha and Media food for thought. Like him, they want the best for their family. But how can they achieve it? The families have agreed to meet up on the way home. Sasha knows exactly what he wants from Rob.
It'll be interesting to find out just about everything we can, how to run our finances.
But will Sasha like what Rob has to say? They're meeting at a golf club.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Hi, mate, how are you?
It's all smiles at the moment. But if Rob speaks his mind, how will Sasha react?
Nice to meet you all, and I hope you had a fantastic time in our home.
Thanks, Rob. Beautiful house. Spend some time in the pool. And thanks for the drinks.
What
too.
drinks? We've had a great time in your home. You've got a lovely home there, Media. I take my hat off to you, and I really admire you because you work so hard.
Thanks a lot, Rob.
And I don't think you know how lucky you are.
Oh, I do, Rob. Maybe underappreciated, but trust me, not deliberately.
No, there's one boss in your house, and you're looking at her. She's a superstar, and you need to look after her.
Thanks, Rob.
Right, children, why don't you play on the golf course, and we'll have an adult conversation.
Media's been waiting for this all week. She's hoping Rob's got some home truths for Sasha.
Normally, when I try to criticize any of his ideas or any of his thoughts, he takes it the wrong way. Having heard it from another man and from somebody who's been through it, I hope Rob is going to change the way Sasha thinks.
Rob, I've worked my socks off, for the past 20, 30 years. Well, what's so different between what I've done and what you've done?
So I've always worked hard, and you said you work your socks off, but what you've got to do is, in your mind, I'd have worked my socks off, my trousers off, my pants, my shirt, my tie, my hat. Just keep going.
When I went to uni, we thought that was a way to, getting a better job.
Yes, I admire what you've done by going to university, but you should make that a 2-day-a-week or a night school or an open university thing.
Yeah.
And you should be working and bringing home the bacon and making sure matey boy here can have a computer, she can have a computer. These inventions you've done, they're all very entertaining.
Yeah.
But that's not the real world, are they?
Some of the advice that Rob gave to Sasha today is some advice that I have tried to give to Sasha and failed.
Going forward, maybe some things might need to be reprioritized.
Have a look in the mirror and say, I'm going to change this. This is no good, making my family and kids last 80 quid a week.
Yeah. Rob, you've given some home truths. I'll probably still do the trucks, just to put food on the table, until maybe this MBA job comes along, when it does.
Well, good luck with that.
Thank you.
My thoughts are absolutely true. He's living on another planet, and when he takes his wall, he's worked hard and worked his socks off. He ain't doing it at the moment, is he?